Well, joining me live is the Assistant Minister to the Prime Minister, Patrick Gorman from Perth. Patrick Gorman, thanks for joining me. You're out door knocking for the Yes campaign at the moment with Dean Parkin, who leads the Yes campaign. What's the reception like?
Yeah, well, we're about to launch our door knock here at Barton Park in Maylands. We did a launch of some of the WA efforts yesterday at Kings Park with Dean, with Senator Dorinda Cox, with Kate Chaney and about 50 community members. The feedback I'm getting from the community is that they have a very open ear to the message of the Yes campaign and that they recognise that this conversation has been happening for a long time and soon Australians will be asked a very important question. What I'm really encouraged by is that people are taking this responsibility seriously. It is important that people get the information that's available there at voice.gov.au or at yes23.com.au so that they can make up their mind. But I think people take this seriously, and that's the most important thing as we go through this huge democratic exercise.
Well, we had another poll out overnight showing declining support, this time from Newgate. What's your reaction to this?
Well, my reaction is that we're going to see lots of polls on these questions, and some of them are going to be quite encouraging for various sides. Some of them are going to go up and down in different states at different times. What we do know is that the modern polling machine haven't had to poll a referendum in Australia since 1999. A few things have changed both in the methodology and in the way that both campaigns and information is distributed since then. But when it comes to where I think people will land by the time we get to later this year, when that referendum is in fact held, people have had so much information. I think it'll be a bit like an election, where people are going, I've had so much, I just want to get in there and do it. And I think people are standing in the ballot box, making that decision. I'm confident, not just in my community here in Perth, but across Australia, I'm confident that we'll get this long overdue change into our constitution.
The Voice could have probably used an advocate like Mark McGowan in WA, couldn't it?
Well, I think it's important that your viewers know that Mark McGowan has said a number of times that he supports the Voice to Parliament. Mark has been a great advocate for reconciliation here in the West, and I note that in 2015, it was actually Mark McGowan's advocacy from opposition that worked with Colin Barnett, the then Liberal Premier, to get recognition in the state constitution. Mark's out there at the moment campaigning for the Rockingham by-election to help elect his successor in Magenta Marshall, who's doing a fantastic job, but I'm sure we'll see him out on the trail helping out in the Yes campaign too.